Hi everybody, my name is Emily. Welcome back to my channel. My favorite makeup today is my Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is the Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I am in the shade Light Neutral. This is one of my very favorite concealers. It's almost tied really with my Kat Von D Lacquer Cream Concealer. It just depends on what foundation I'm using. But this tends to play well with most of my foundations. This is one we're going to use today. Alright, and on to the video. Today we're going to go through my Black Friday haul, which is rather petite since I spent quite enough money during this Sephora VIB sale. However, I did pick up a couple things at Sephora that came out the week afterwards, and I went into Ulta because we actually got an Ulta in Manhattan, which I had never been to before. It's just opened in the last month or so, and I also had a birthday coupon so that I could pick up the free thing for my birthday, which is what I believe is a mascara. So we're going to try all of this stuff out, and I'm going to see how it works on my skin. So we're going to go through all of the products that I purchased for Black Friday because I'm going out to dinner tonight for a friend's birthday, and also we'll do something with this fantastic hair, but it's still drying from my shower before we put some product in. I'm going to be using a product I got in my Sephora Play Box. We'll see how that works out as well. Alright, let's get started. So the first makeup that I picked out, we're going to go through my Sephora bag first. Alright, that's everything in here. So what I ended up buying, which is the one thing I got, was this, which is the Milk Makeup. This is the Holographic Power Quad. So this is a holographic highlighting palette with a limited edition colors, and it's taped together very, very powerfully, which in retrospect is good because the Sephora that I bought this from tends to get a little picked over, and I always have to be on the lookout to make sure nothing got opened. So Milk Makeup has some very interesting makeup. I find it's very trendy, very cool, very shimmery. Although the pricing I find is sometimes a lot higher than I would expect for what you're getting. So what this guy is, it's 4 different shades of highlighter. The highlighters are very silky, very smooth. They're a nice powdery consistency. So these are the 4 colors that come in this quad. There's the peachy shade up here at the top, then the white gold that's the top right side, the orangey shade, and then the blue. To be honest, I mostly bought this for the blue. I'm kind of a sucker for a blue or purpley highlight. However, I had seen this palette before and I had not picked it up because I think it retails originally for $49, and that's a little high for me because while I'm intrigued by the Milk Makeup brand, I do find the prices are a bit steep for what you're getting. But then this thing was marked down to $30, so I thought, hey, for $30, I'm totally into that. I also picked up, which is going to be our saving grace here, is this little guy, which is the 500 point perk for Marc Jacobs. So what this comes with, and I suspect I'm sort of building myself a portfolio of mascara, is what it's going to come with. It looks like 5 different products. You're getting Marc Jacobs Decadence, which is an eau de parfum. I can't smell this at all. So let's be brave. So the three descriptor words for this fragrance would be sultry, luxurious, and indulgent. Those are the descriptions that we're going to get for this Marc Jacobs fragrance. I think it's very nice. Oh, that's very sweet. I'm sure I put just too much on because that tends to be the thing. So we'll just rub that around a little bit and hope for the best. The one thing I don't quite get about Sephora pint boxes is that often they're going to come with this stuff. So there's like crimpy black paper in here. I'm also going to get the Marc Jacobs lip gloss in Sugar Sugar. This is High Shine Gloss Lip Lacquer in Sugar Sugar. I have tried Sugar Sugar before. It's a little sticky for me, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'm going to try. Yep, I'm getting another Marc Jacobs mascara in the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara 10 Noir. So now I have 2 backups. And I'm definitely going to get to this mascara at some point. And I'm also going to get a Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon. I think I've received one of these before, but it was when I was in a liquid liner phase, so I hadn't actually used it. So I don't have any recollection of whether I liked it or not, so we'll find out today. And then the last thing we get in here is we get the La Marque Cream Lipstick in Slow Burn. This looks like a nice neutral. Not necessarily the color I would pick for going out to dinner with my friends, but that's okay. I might cheat and get one of my new lipsticks that I just bought instead, but we'll see how it goes. So this has happened a lot, actually. I've been going in there to the Sephora, and they've been throwing things in, and I've been getting a lot of fresh samples. So I got 2 of the Black Tea Age Delay Firming Serum, that's going to define and firm my face. And then I've got the Lotus Youth Preserve Face Cream with Super 7 Complex. So I've got 3 of those and 2 of these. All right, so, ooh, and I got it on my nose. All right, so we got this Lotus Preserve Face Cream. It smells like, wood. Like wood that's been sitting out in the rain. This feels nice. It feels moisturizing. It's a little tingly, but not in a bad way. Ooh, I also think it smells like cucumber. Is there cucumber in this? No, it doesn't say. Okay, so there's fig fruit extract, there's lemon. Oh, there is cucumber. There's definitely cucumber in this. Also algae. So that would sort of explain the wet wood cucumbery growing things in the garden smell that we're getting. And then this is the Fresh Black Tea Age Delay Firming Serum, which is a concentrated blend to smooth the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles while providing a firmer, luminous look. I mean, already I'm looking very luminous. This is a fast absorbing moisturizing treatment that has a corset-like effect on the skin. Now, I've worn a corset for work. That's not something I necessarily want to have done to my face. Okay, so the serum, you probably could definitely get 2 uses out of it, but I've already squeezed it all over my hand, so it's too late for me. So, all right, let's put this serum on. All right, the serum smells way better than the moisturizer does. Not that this moisturizer smells bad, but the serum's got sort of like a fruity smell, but a very light, delicate fruity smell. All right, so my hands are washed. This stuff is sort of absorbing into my skin. I'm definitely very shimmery, but you know, we're about to put on the foundation anyway, and that'll fix that up. But first up, we're gonna take a look at what I got at Ulta. So I don't always go into the Ulta because they don't always carry the brands that I need, and I don't tend to shop online at Ulta because, similar to my Sephora situation, I like to swatch things in person before I go for it. So the fact that we have an Ulta in the city means I can actually go to it and swatch stuff, because there's definitely things that they have as an Ulta exclusive that I'm always interested in looking at, but I want to see it in person first. So what I ended up buying, and I already pulled one of these out, is I got one of these Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponges. So I got the 2-pack because I'd heard that these are awesome. Everybody on YouTube has these. So this is what my beauty blender right now looks like. It's got a big chunk out of the bottom because my cat clawed it. And there's some flaps over here because my cat bit it and played with it and batted it around the house. And I haven't washed it because I'm about to throw it away. So I decided to get out one of the sponges, and I've already dampened it. So you can see the size differential that we're working with here. Both of these are wet, just as a comparison. They're both very soft. They feel very similar. The texture of the Beauty Blender is a little bit different, but also this Beauty Blender is kind of old, so I'm not really sure what it felt like originally. But it feels very nice. It's very soft. Plus it has, you know, the angle, which is pretty cool, which I was enjoying about the Rihanna sponge, which I did not buy, but I was looking at it. So I am excited to try this out because I never have. I am a big fan of my Beauty Blender. This doesn't mean I'm quitting my Beauty Blender. It's just I'm going to try this sponge instead. And then the other things I got, as we discussed earlier, I did pick up my birthday mascara, which is the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I've never actually used this before. I don't think I've used anything from this brand, so I'm excited to give this a go. Elastic Stretch Volumizing Mascara. It's supposed to make me look insane and magical. So I'm definitely going to give this a go today, as opposed to trying out that Marc Jacobs, because I don't want to waste a Marc Jacobs mascara that I've already used before. I already know that I like it. So this will be a surprise. We'll find out about this. And then, shocking, I purchased a highlighter palette. This is the Cover FX Perfect Highlighting Palette. This was an Ulta exclusive, and I've been watching it for some time. I watch other people have it. I watched Liv Loves Her Makeup go through a tutorial of this. I can't get it to open. I'm gonna try, okay. Oh, there we go. Many hours later, the Cover FX palette was able to be opened. So this is the Cover FX palette. It comes with 6 shades. I was not sure I needed to buy this. I do also have the Becca Après Glow Ski Face palette that also includes a bronzer and a blush. And these colors are kind of similar, though not the same. And this pink is definitely a highlighter, not a blush. So I wasn't sure I needed both. Probably I didn't, but I got them both anyway. And the last thing I picked up, mostly because the lady kind of talked me into it, I was in the Laura Geller section having never tried any of those highlighters either, and she talked me into buying this little guy because it was on sale for $19. Came with is a mini size of the Gilded Honey highlighter, which is super goldy and beautiful. It also came with the Spackle Tinted Makeup Primer in the color Champagne. So this is supposed to make me look shimmery and beautiful, so we're going to try that out today. And it also came out with this illuminating stick as well. So let's do the illuminating stick on my hand underneath the actual highlight. So the illuminating stick is definitely a more subtle glow. So I might do a little of that, like on my neck and that kind of thing. So, as you can see, I'm going to be doing this full face of makeup with, oh, I don't know, I think 12 highlighters and a mascara and some sponges. So we're going really well here today. So the first thing we're going to put on is this Laura Geller New York Spackle Tinted Makeup Primer in the color Champagne. So this is going to give me a beautiful glow. So you're supposed to be able to wear this by itself without any foundation, technically, to be shimmery. But I don't think this is necessarily going to be my look if I wore this by itself. It's wear alone for a natural glow. I definitely have a natural glow going on, but since my skin's a little like pink here and less so here, it's not quite going. So this is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus mattifying foundation. This is the shade 35 Vanilla. And this is my regular foundation for when I'm doing stuff. I also use this for theater makeup as well when I'm indoors. It's just a really nice foundation. And we're going to try out this Real Techniques sponge. So I'm just going to pretend this is my beauty blender and do it the same way and see if I like that or not. Hold on, let me get my mirror out. Oh. Bummer, Milk Makeup, you don't have a mirror. Alright, let's try the Cover FX again. Aha! I got that up. Oh. Cover FX does have a really nice mirror. Can't lie about that. Frankly, this Cover FX compact cost less than the Milk Makeup did. Comes with 2 more colors in it, and it has a beautiful mirror. What is the sizing on this? Alright, so these are 3 grams each, whereas the, I think the Milk Makeup is 4 grams each. Yeah, so technically you're getting more product total, although not as much in each individual color than the Milk Makeup. But since I spent $30 on it, I suppose I can't complain too much. Okay, so now we have the foundation on top of that Shimmer Sparkle Spackle is what I guess we're using here. So now let's do a little bit of the concealer. So we're going to go back to my Naked Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. Alright, that's all blended. So far the effect that I'm getting is not terrible. I don't know if I love the way this primer is making my foundation behave, but it doesn't look bad. I just definitely do look pretty shimmery and not necessarily in a flattering way. I am going to put some setting powder on. I'm not going to go super crazy, but I'll do a little bit under my eyes and in my T-zone area, because that is the shiniest bit of me. My nose is very shimmery too. I do definitely have a glow, like a lit from within glow going on without, sort of looks like I already put on a highlighter, but I didn't. So I can't say I'm mad about that. That's okay. We'll go with that. All right, so now we have to figure out which of these highlighters I'm going to use. So these are the swatches of the Cover FX palette. Try to get a good look at it without the light glaring on it too much. So the very top color on my hand, I'm just going to get these so I can read them out. Top color on my hand, that is Blossom. The second shade down, that's Prism. So that's the halo-esque one. Then we have Rose Gold, Golden Peach, Celestial, and Gilded. I'm going to swatch the Milk Makeup next to the Cover FX so you can see the subtle differences therein. The Milk Makeup's on this side. Milk Makeup over here, Cover FX over here. So those two blue shades in the Milk Makeup versus the Cover FX, to be honest, they're very, very similar. I think there's a slight purple undertone to the Milk Makeup in comparison, but otherwise it's pretty much the same color. So my options are to try to make a blush out of this Marc Jacobs lipstick, or I might just use the Blossom highlight as my blush instead. It's a little light, it's definitely a very shimmery color, but why not? What's the worst that can happen? Alright, so there's my blush. We've used that. I don't have anything to use for a contour either, but I think I'm just going to go for more of a glowy makeup as opposed to really strict contour. I think the closest one for a bronzer would be that bottom Cover FX shade, which is the shade Gilded. See, that side looks like I got like a smudge on it. So it didn't blend as well as I would have liked on that side. So let's just do this a little bit with our fingers. Yeah, I don't know if I would go for this for a bronzer. I don't tend to bronze very much, so that's okay. It was worth a try. So because I have already used the Cover FX as sort of an impromptu bronzer and blush, we're going to try the Milk Makeup for the highlight. Alright, let's go for it. So we're going to take this top shade here. That's going to be the highlight for the day. I look at this as though it has a mirror, and it does not. So don't be confused. I am putting on the Milk Makeup highlighter, but I'm using the Cover FX palette in order to see it. Well, I am a shimmer princess today. That is certainly true. All right. Maybe it's best I'm gonna have neutral lips on today. I am about as shiny as you can get. I do think it's a very pretty highlighter. It's intense. This is an intense highlight. I am not mad about that. Alright, so you know what, Milk Makeup? You might stay around a little longer than you think. I wish you had a mirror in here, but that's okay. So those are my two highlighter palettes. Let's put those guys down. Alright, what's left? Okay, we are back. So I've just done my brows a little bit. I don't do a lot with them, just sort of clean them up a little. And now I've pulled out the rest of the products that we have to try. So what we have left to do is we need to do something on my eyes. So I have an eyeliner. And I think I'm going to try using this guy as an eyeshadow, possibly with this as a base underneath it, because that might help it stick a little bit better. And then these are the lip products we have to choose from, so I think I'm going to put a little coat of this on and a little of this on top. So let's try using this Laura Geller Easy Illuminating Stick. Let's see what that looks like if you put a little bit of that on the eye. Sort of put that all over my eye. I'm going to pack on some of this Gilded Honey onto the lid. Oh, that's like the color of gold I wish that Trophy Wife looked like on me. But it's just slightly too yellow for me. This is definitely a better gold for my skin tone. So I am into this. Alright, because I have crazy gold, I'm going to take, what is this shade? This shade Celestial and put that in the inner corner of my eye just to lighten up. Because this is a slightly lighter version. Yeah, that's... just to give a little bit of a contrast to what we're getting there. Might have gone overboard with the highlighter, but it's okay, it's not the first time. Alright, so now I have put that on. So now we're going to try this gel eyeliner pencil. It draws really nicely. I don't have the steadiest hand when it comes to an eyeliner. I usually cover up my mistakes afterwards. This eyeliner is not very forgiving. It stuck to my lash and sort of like smudged its way upward. Yeah, this gel eyeliner, I don't think it's for me. It's definitely very unforgiving and my wings are jacked. Like my wings are jacked up. So I'm gonna have to try to like smudge those out completely and not have them at all. That's on me, that's not necessarily the gel eyeliner's fault. It just means I'm not very good at that particular style of crayon. Yeah, so I got rid of well, I've adjusted my poorly done wings. And now let's put on this mascara. I also find mascara is very good at hiding the sins of your eyeliner as well. I love eyeliner, don't get me wrong. I have a huge supply of it. This particular style of it, ooh, Sorry, that was an ooh of excitement based on what this mascara looks like. Now, this is definitely a very dry feeling mascara, as opposed to like a very liquidy wet mascara. So that's the eye with the mascara, the eye without. I'm always hesitant when I get samples because I don't know how long they've been sitting. My lashes are not sticking together. My only concern is it's a little bit clumpy, and I'm not the hugest fan of that. So this might not be my particular mascara, but since I have opened it, I'm going to put a sticker on the top of it so I know it's open, and I will try to use it up unless it, you know, makes my eyes itchy. So the last two things we're going to do are my lips. So I have these two things. I've got the Marc Jacobs Le Marc Lip Cream in Slow Burn. I don't think this is a shade I've ever had before. I think I've had mostly darker Marc Jacobs shades, but we'll give it a go. It's a nice lipstick. I think it's a good color. Nothing particularly exciting, and it's not a color I would pick unless I was going to like conservative work. I figure since I'm going out to dinner for a friend's birthday that I'll stick with this face of makeup, but let's go all shiny, shall we? So this is Sugar Sugar. This is the lip gloss that also came in the little Marc Jacobs 500 point perk. Alright, so now we've done the full face of makeup. I am the shimmeriest princess that ever shimmered, that's for sure. And the last thing we'll do is I will be putting in this Mistress Hydrating Hair Balm from IGK, which I got in a play box, just to see how it feels on my hair. It smells like coconut oil. It's nice. It does smell nice. It feels nice on my hair. My hair is still fairly wet. I'm going to dry it a little bit, but just wanted to see what my initial impressions were. Anyway, so we'll deal with my hair later. We're mostly focused on the makeup situation. So my final thoughts on the makeup today. So this is all my Black Friday makeup. I am very impressed with this Cover FX highlighting palette. I think the colors are really nice. They're very subtle compared to some highlighters that I have. I don't love the packaging because it is fingery as heck, but I do think it's very pretty and I'm excited to have it. This Milk makeup, I am pleased at how shine bright like a diamond these highlighters are. The colors are not necessarily anything revolutionary or new, but they are interesting and they do have sort of a holographic iridescence to them, which a lot of the highlighters lately do not have. So I am not upset about buying this, although I do wish it had a mirror, especially because at full price it should have had a mirror. I mean, $30 on sale, that's less requiring of a mirror, I suppose, but you know, I think this was like full price $49. It should have had a mirror in it. This is $39 full price. This has a mirror. There's no reason that these don't, except just being lazy. In terms of my sponges, I do think this Real Technique sponge is quite nice. I do feel like it might have absorbed a little more product than my Beauty Blender tends to do. So the real test will be washing it and seeing how well it gets cleaned up. But it feels very similar. It's very nice and soft. I feel like my foundation and my concealer blended well and easily, so I'm not upset about that. In terms of the Laura Geller, I think of all three of the things that came in the little Laura Geller set, I'm most excited about this Gilded Honey, because even if I just used it as an eyeshadow, it's a really beautiful gold. This illuminating stick does not wow me, but it's fine. I'll probably use it up at some point. And this Tinted Makeup Primer, we'll see how well my makeup wears today, and we'll see if I'm in favor of it. I do think it definitely makes you look very dewy. I don't know that it does it any better than the Becca ones that I already have, and this is more of a yellow undertone, so maybe I would avoid this and stick with my Liquid Opal instead. Besides that, like my Marc Jacobs 500 point perks, I'm excited to try that mascara out that I've already tried out twice. These lip products are very nice and natural. I'll probably keep them. It's not the colors I would have picked, but I will say that this lip gloss is not annoying me, which is a big, you know, plus in your favor, Marc Jacobs. You're not annoying me. And what else was there? Oh yeah, so the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I do think it's a nice mascara. I just think it's a little clumpy, so we'll see how well it wears. So if it doesn't shed on me, I'll be okay with it. This Marc Jacobs Gel Highliner Crayon. I'm not very good at it, so I'm probably not. I'll stick with my liquid liners instead. And last but not least, the sample sizes of the Fresh Black Tea and Lotus Youth Preserve face creams. My skin feels really nice. I'll just see how how hydrated and glowy and dewy I look for the rest of the day. Hey guys, just wanted to check in with you on how the makeup went. So I have been wearing it out. This is about 4 or 5 hours. It's about 5 hours of wear. So as you can see, I'm completely shiny in a not a pleasant way all down the middle of my face. So that primer definitely could not be tamed by any sort of blotting powder whatsoever. So I think I will be skipping the Laura Geller Spackle primer from now on. My makeup has basically just broken down and I am incredibly shiny. The mascara is a little crumbly, but it's actually not as bad as I was expecting. The gel eyeliner has broken down. I'm very creasy along the eyelid, especially with the Gilded Honey that I used as an eyeshadow. I should have put a separate primer down to see if that would have helped anything. But otherwise, yeah, that's completely broken down. My highlight still looks pretty great, so I'm pretty pleased with all my highlighting, but my face as an overall is so shiny right now. There's just nothing pretty about this. And the lipstick came off because I had greasy, delicious food, so I'm not surprised about that. But just the level of just how incredibly shiny I am, and not on purpose. So I'm pleased with the highlighters. I think they're great. And I'm still going to use that Laura Geller. I just don't think I should have used it as an eyeshadow with that additional primer. So that's my check-in. This is with 5 hours of wear. I basically look like I have sweated my entire face off, and it's like 40 degrees here. So that's where I'm at. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.